Welcome back to Thrive Sphere, where we uncover the science behind healthy aging, vibrant living, and unlocking your best years after 50. Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right, eating healthy, staying active, managing stress, and yet you still feel tired, bloated, foggy, or inflamed? It might not be your age. It might not even be your genes. It could be the everyday food sitting in your kitchen, the ones we think are healthy, but which are secretly sabotaging your energy, your bones, your digestion, and your heart. Today, we're diving deep into 5 common foods that drain your health after 50, not with fear, but with clarity. You'll learn what they do to your body, how they impact hormones, inflammation, and nutrient absorption, and simple swaps that heal instead of harm. Let's uncover the hidden culprits and empower your plate for longevity. Ready? Let's go. Chapter 1: Healthy Whole Wheat Bread, the Blood Sugar Impostor. Visual: slice of whole wheat toast turns into rising glucose graph aging cells under microscope. Why it's on the list? Whole wheat bread might seem like the healthier option, but most commercial brands are made with refined flour, stripped of fiber and loaded with additives. Manufacturers use caramel coloring to give the illusion of whole grain and often add synthetic vitamins to compensate for lost nutrients. Microscope: what it does to your body after 50. Blood sugar rollercoaster: as we age, our insulin sensitivity declines. These high glycemic breads spike blood glucose rapidly, which encourages insulin resistance, visceral fat accumulation, and glycation of proteins, fueling premature aging. Joint and brain inflammation: refined carbohydrates are pro-inflammatory. Inflammation is the root cause of degenerative diseases like arthritis and Alzheimer's. Disrupts gut health: gluten and added emulsifiers, like datum, damage the intestinal lining, contributing to leaky gut. Accelerates bone loss: high insulin reduces osteoblast activity, bone-building cells, and interferes with calcium absorption. Scientific backing: Framingham Heart Study: high-carb diets correlated with smaller brain volume in older adults. Journal of Nutrition, 2019: high glycemic diets increase systemic inflammation and reduce muscle mass in seniors. Harvard Review: aging reduces the gut's ability to break down gluten, increasing sensitivity in non-celiac individuals. No entricine hidden additives to watch. High fructose corn syrup. Enriched wheat flour, code for nutrient stripped. Mono-E antiglycerides, preservatives. Datum: dose strengthener that disrupts gut barrier. White heavy checkmark: what to eat instead. Sprouted grain bread: Ezekiel naturally low glycemic and rich in fiber. Sourdough rye contains beneficial lactobacilli, which may help lower insulin response. Sweet potato slices: toasted, a gut-friendly, real food alternative to bread. Almond or coconut flour flatbread: grain-free and blood sugar friendly. After 50, your metabolism becomes less forgiving. Your carb should serve you, not sabotage you. Dr. Amy Myers. Chapter 2: Processed deli meats, the silent inflammation bomb. Visual: ham sandwich unzipping to reveal inflamed artery and liver cells. Why it's on the list? Deli meats may seem like a quick protein fix, but behind that convenience hides a toxic blend of preservatives, artificial flavors, and denatured fats. Most brands are preserved with nitrites, which convert into carcinogenic nitrosamines in the stomach. Microscope: what it does to your body after 50. Raises cancer risk: nitrosamines damage cellular DNA and promote tumor formation. Triggers chronic inflammation: phosphates, salt, and oxidized fats increase CRP levels and aggravate autoimmune flares. Elevates blood pressure: sodium and phosphate additives increase vascular stiffness and strain aging kidneys. Depletes antioxidants: the oxidative load from processed meats burns through your natural defenses like glutathione. Research spotlight. WHO classification: processed meats are Group 1 carcinogens, same class as tobacco. BMJ 2022 study found a significant correlation between high processed meat intake and increased dementia risk in older adults. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, high phosphate intake accelerates aging and vascular calcification. Heavy exclamation mark symbol ingredients to avoid. Sodium nitrite and nitrate. BHA or BHT, carcinogenic preservatives. Phosphate additives. Smoke flavor and artificial colors. White heavy check mark better choices. Roast your own pasture-raised poultry. Wild-caught salmon or mackerel patties. Organic tempeh strips for plant-based protein. Make a large batch of lentil burgers for the week. Electric light bulb fact: after 50, your detox pathways slow down. Eating processed meat daily is like pouring gasoline on an already smoldering fire of inflammation. Chapter 3: Table salt, the mineral thief. Visual: salt crystals dissolving into blood vessels shifting to brittle bones. Why it's on the list? Refined table salt undergoes high heat processing and is stripped of natural minerals. What's added back? Bleaching agents, flow enhancers, and anti-caking chemicals like aluminum silicate, all of which burden aging detox systems. Microscope: what it does to your body after 50. Hypertension spike: as kidney efficiency declines, sodium retention becomes more pronounced, increasing blood pressure. Depletes electrolytes: refined salt has no magnesium or potassium, essential for nerve, heart, and bone function. Leaches calcium: salt imbalance pulls calcium from bones, weakening density. Promotes edema and fatigue: water retention leads to puffiness, swelling, and sluggish energy. Science says. Hypertension Journal, 2020: sodium sensitivity increases with age due to nephron loss. Clinical Nutrition Research: potassium intake is inversely correlated with cardiovascular disease in postmenopausal women. Bone Health Review: excess salt intake linked to increased urinary calcium excretion and osteoporosis risk. White heavy check mark: what to use instead. Himalayan pink salt contains over 80 trace minerals. Celtic sea salt, naturally dried and unrefined. Potassium salt substitutes, especially important for heart rhythm regulation. Herb blends: garlic, rosemary, paprika, turmeric as flavor enhancers. Herb pro tip: balance sodium with potassium-rich foods like avocado, spinach, and white beans to protect your heart and bones. Glass of milk. Chapter 4: Skim milk, the calcium trap. Visual: skim milk splashing zoom into a porous bone matrix. Why it's on the list? Marketed as heart-healthy, skim milk is a deceptive food. By removing the fat, you also remove the vehicle needed to absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin D, K2, and A+. The remaining lactose can cause insulin spikes, a silent driver of aging. Microscope: what it does to your body after 50. Disrupts hormone signaling: skim milk raises IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor, which may increase cancer risk. Causes blood sugar spikes: without fat or fiber, it behaves like a sugary drink. Weakens bones over time: calcium absorption requires fat and magnesium, neither of which is in skim milk. Triggers gut distress: most older adults produce less lactase, leading to bloating, cramps, and gas. Research snapshot. Swedish cohort study: BMJ women consuming more low-fat milk had higher fracture and mortality rates. American Journal of Clinical Nutrition: skim milk intake associated with higher inflammatory markers. Casein protein warning: A1 beta-casein in most cow milk worsens gut permeability and inflammation. White heavy check mark: smart substitutes. Unsweetened almond or hemp milk. Goat's milk: A2 casein, easier to digest. Full-fat organic kefir, probiotic-rich. A2 milk from Jersey cows. Reminder: fat helps shuttle essential nutrients into your cells. Without it, you're feeding your bones with an empty spoon. Chapter 5: Healthy granola bars and energy snacks, the hidden sugar storm. Why it's on the list? On the surface, granola bars and energy snacks seem like the perfect on-the-go health food, loaded with oats, fruits, nuts, and protein. But behind the clean branding lie hidden sugars, artificial sweeteners, inflammatory oils, and processed binders. Marketing buzzwords like all natural, energy boost, or high fiber don't mean much if the actual ingredients trigger metabolic chaos. Microscope what it does to your body after 50. Blood sugar surges. These snacks often deliver 20 to 30 g of sugar in one bar, spiking blood glucose and prompting a crash an hour later. Energy rollercoaster, that crash leads to fatigue, cravings, and irritability, a dangerous cycle especially for those with prediabetes or insulin resistance. Gut imbalance, hidden sugars and syrups feed harmful gut bacteria, reducing microbial diversity and aggravating conditions like IBS or leaky gut. Fatty liver development, high fructose syrups burden the liver, increasing risk for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a silent epidemic in adults over 50. Brain fog and memory issues, blood sugar crashes impact cognitive performance and focus, accelerating mental fatigue. Research recap. A 2023 study in Nutrients found that older adults have slower insulin clearance, making sugar spikes more damaging than in younger populations. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked high fructose intake to liver fat accumulation and impaired memory in adults over 55. The Gut Microbiome Project found that processed foods with emulsifiers and sweeteners decrease beneficial bacteria, increasing gut permeability. No anthracene red flags on labels. Brown rice syrup, just a fancy name for glucose. Natural flavors, unregulated catch-all. Protein isolate, often made using chemical solvents. Oils like canola, soy, or sunflower, oxidized and inflammatory. White heavy checkmark clean, nourishing alternatives. Homemade almond date bars, blend almonds, dates, cinnamon, chia seeds. Refrigerate and cut into squares. Hard-boiled eggs plus sea salt, protein-rich and blood sugar stable. Walnuts plus blueberries, a combo rich in antioxidants and omega-3s. Collagen protein bites, mix collagen powder, coconut butter, and cocoa nibs for a sugar-free snack. Electric light bulb quick tip. Rule of 5, choose snacks with less than 5 ingredients, all of which you recognize and can pronounce. If it sounds like a chemistry experiment, don't eat it. Repeat button. Chapter 6, The Cumulative Effect, Why It Matters More After 50. Why these foods matter more now. At 50 and beyond, your body becomes less forgiving. Years of marginal eating habits compound and manifest as chronic conditions. Metabolism slows by up to 30%, requiring better food quality. Hormonal fluctuations, especially estrogen, testosterone, and thyroid, affect how your body stores fat, handles sugar, and maintains muscle. Gut lining thins, increasing susceptibility to food sensitivities and systemic inflammation. Immune function declines, making you more prone to flares, infections, and fatigue. Microscope the cumulative health costs. Daily insulin spikes prediabetes type 2 diabetes. Gut inflammation leaky gut autoimmune triggers. Regular nitrates DNA damage cancer risk. Sodium-potassium imbalance hypertension and stroke. Low nutrient density osteopenia fracture risk. Warning sign # real-life consequences. Eating 1 granola bar a day equals -10 extra pounds of sugar per year. Regular deli meats? Studies show 20% increased risk of cardiovascular disease in adults 50 plus. Just 1 serving of skim milk daily can decrease calcium absorption and increase insulin by 70%. Counterclockwise arrows. The good news. Your body is highly adaptable. When you remove damaging foods, blood sugar stabilizes within a week. Inflammation markers drop. Digestion improves as gut flora rebalance. Energy returns as mitochondrial efficiency increases. Bones rebuild with better mineral availability. Chapter 7, Easy Swaps and Weekly Reset Plan. Counterclockwise arrows. Weekly reset blueprint. Monday, gut and bone support. Make a pot of bone broth or miso soup. Stock up on fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir. Tuesday, no bread, no bloat. Lunch, tuna avocado salad in romaine lettuce wraps. Swap whole wheat toast for sweet potato slices. Wednesday, mineral revival. Ditch table salt for Himalayan or Celtic sea salt. Add leafy greens, avocado, and pumpkin seeds to meals. Thursday, sugar-free snacking. Make homemade no-sugar protein balls with almond butter, coconut flakes, cinnamon. Carry hard-boiled eggs and berries as your emergency snack. Friday, dairy detox. Use full-fat coconut milk in smoothies. Try A2 kefir or goat cheese for gentler calcium intake. Saturday, batch cook day. Prep grilled chicken, quinoa, and veggie stir fry. Make turmeric ginger tea for the week ahead. Sunday, reflect and plan. Journal what made you feel energized vs bloated. Create a simple grocery list for whole foods. Memo mindful meal tracker, optional. Day energy level, 1 to 10, bloating mood sleep quality notes. Mon 7 low calm 8/10 added fermented foods. Tuesday 6 medium anxious 6/10 had a granola bar. Chapter 8, Real Stories of Change. Glowing Star Susan, 61. I had arthritis in my hand so bad I couldn't hold a coffee mug in the morning. Cutting out processed deli meats and switching to wild-caught salmon changed everything. Within 3 months, the swelling dropped 70%. Now I do yoga and cook every night. Glowing Star Ray, 68. I thought my blood sugar issues were just age catching up. Turned out it was my daily granola bar habit. Once I switched to almonds and collagen protein bites, my A1C dropped from 6.2 to 5.5 in 4 months. Glowing Star Anna, 59. I was drinking skim milk because I thought it was heart healthy. I ended up with weaker bones and more bloating. A naturopath recommended A2 kefir. My digestion and bone scan results are both better now. Bullseye Chapter 9, Your Takeaway Toolbox. Crossmark what to eliminate or limit. Refined whole wheat bread causes insulin spikes. Processed deli meats trigger inflammation, cancer risk. Table salt strips minerals, raises blood pressure. Skim milk, calcium trap, sugar load. Granola bars, hidden sugar bombs. White heavy checkmark what to embrace. Sprouted or sourdough breads, lower glycemic, easier to digest. Fresh, pasture-raised proteins or plant-based whole foods. Mineral-rich salts and potassium-based seasonings. Full-fat fermented dairy or plant-based milk. Snacks with simple, real ingredients that fuel your energy and gut. Person with praying hands. Final message, you deserve better health after 50. Your health journey isn't about deprivation, it's about intelligent nourishment. You don't need to follow extreme diets or trendy hacks. Just get curious about what your food is doing to your body. Learn. Swap. Thrive. Push pin. Ask yourself each day. Is this food helping me build energy, bones, and brain clarity, or silently draining it? If this video helped you see your pantry in a new light, leave a comment below with the food swap you're trying this week. Thumbs up sign like this video if you're ready to fuel your next chapter with smarter choices. Bell subscribe to Thrive Sphere for weekly health wisdom tailored for your 50-plus journey. Busts in silhouette and share it with a friend who deserves to thrive, too.